Now that we've prepared our three-dimensional scene, let's spend a moment and prepare our imagination for what we want to see happen in the movements we're about to craft. The very best animators always spend a little bit of time doing a real kind of rough outline sketch, if you will, of the basic movement paths or the motion paths of the objects that we're going to be animating in our three-dimensional scene. I think to get us to that result, we're going to use the good old-fashioned grease pencil system that we learned in Animation 301 to draw some very simple arcs that will define the movement paths for our little ball here. So let's go ahead and add a grease pencil object into our three-dimensional scene. And this is the cool thing about working in Blender, is that we can use the 2D tools to always supplant and to enhance the three-dimensional tools. So I'm going to add it in by going to the Add pull-down menu, Grease Pencil, and then choose blank. Now, before you click on that button, I want you to go over to your outliner real fast and do a good little double check as to what's selected. Right now, if you look carefully here, we have a whole series of collections. These collections are part of the rig, of the actual ball rig itself. Whatever is selected or whatever collection is selected is where new objects are going to be placed. Out of a habit, I'm going to click on this topmost collection here. That way, when I add my grease pencil object, it's going to be a first-party member of this collection versus it being a child of maybe one of these 3D elements. Just kind of organizes the scene a little bit better. So once again, we can go to the Add pull-down menu, Grease Pencil, and then choose blank. And there's our grease pencil object right there. Now, if you don't have your drawing tools available, don't freak out. If you remember, the grease pencil tools inspire us to go into the draw mode at the top of the list there. And then inside of our draw mode, we can use any number of tools to very quickly plot and plan some very cool looking movement arcs. What I'm going to do, excuse me, zoomed in a little too far, is that I'm going to change from the material drawing to the vertex coloring just to kind of give me a really bright color that I can very quickly plot and plan out. In order to see that color, we need to change our viewport shading style to material preview. There we go. And we can see all the materials that are active in our scene. We've got this lovely checkerboard pattern on our ground too. And to create a nice little arc, I think I'm going to create, you can use one of these two. Either the arc tool or the curve tool. 6 to 1, half a dozen to another. I think I'm going to use the curve tool because it allows me to create a little bit more control on the arcs that I have inside of my scene. Now with this tool in tow here, check it out. I'm just going to drag a line. And of course the yellow is going to be the start of the arc and the stop of the arc. And the blue dots in the middle here are going to allow us to create the actual movement arc itself. So this is where we get to have a little bit more fun. And I accidentally clicked off of it. I'm going to redraw, hit undo. I zoomed out just a little bit because I want the start of my arc to be off screen. This is going to allow us to kind of plan and figure out where we want all of our bounces to be. Yeah, somewhere right around there I think is going to be, ooh, that's even better. Yeah, I'm digging that. I'm liking that. Cool. Hit the return key or the enter key on your keyboard to commit that stroke. And let's make another one. I want to have my next arc start at the bottom of the first one. There we go. Of course, these blue handles will allow us to craft what we want that movement arc to be. As the energy decreases, as the ball bounces, the arcs are going to get smaller, the height is going to get smaller, and their width is going to change as well. Now, this is one of the cool things that I like about using the grease pencil tools, is that I can have these moments of discovery, and I can make some really important decisions kind of in the moment, if you will. Our computer tools don't necessarily give us the most creative freedom to do this. So it's nice that we have all these grease pencil tools in here to help us create some simple drawings. Yeah, I'm digging that. That's a good place to begin, right? Now I have a really great visualization of what my final arcs are going to be. I know exactly, roughly where I need to animate my ball and get the position set to create some really nice, wonderful arcs. I can see it on the screen, which is going to be a big helper and a wonderful tool for us to work efficiently as we go into that animation stage. As always, hit the return key to commit the stroke, and if you can delete these, you can go ahead and select them. If you go into edit mode, into sculpt mode, you can go into edit mode, you can grab the verts. I mean, return to your experience in Animation 301 for you to very quickly go in and continue to craft and sculpt all of these arcs to get you what you're after. You can even use the sculpting tools if you like, as we learned from the other class, just to go in and kind of continue to massage these arcs to give you the control that you're after. I'm really happy with the arcs that I've created, so I'm done with this. And now I can go on to animating my ball.